Good morning. July 7th, 2020. Today I want to talk a little bit about a new video. I'm going to post it here in the description. The title is Seattle is Dying, Seattle, Washington. It is an hour documentary on how homelessness, drug addiction, and mental health issues have played a role, actually caused a problem because it was left unchecked for so long. Seattle is known as Freeattle. If you come there, you get a tent, some money, and whatever else you can scrounge, and you can live on the streets. Homelessness is rampant. I've done many videos on it in the last 20 years, especially the last 10. California, rampant. Oregon, Portland, Seattle is out of control. It is dying. And if we look at Seattle as a test case, we'll see why. Homelessness became accepted because they wanted to give people a chance to get on their feet, the Democrats in charge said. And not the Republicans don't make mistakes here and sometimes are involved in allowing homelessness to go on. I don't know how you let it get started when it's not for the good of the people doing it, why you wouldn't help them get housing at the very beginning and keep that having, not encourage it. So once homelessness becomes rampant, the police were arresting so many people for illegal drugs that they had to fix it so that, like now in Seattle, you can have up to 3 grams of cocaine or heroin or meth or whatever white powder it is, probably laced with fentanyl, and only get like a ticket like you might for, 100 grams or 200 grams or less of grass in Ohio. You get a minor misdemeanor ticket. So what they did was they took drug offenders and have just kept putting them right back on the streets in just a matter of hours after their arrest and ticketing. So eventually it got worse and worse, and as just like the homelessness is worse and worse. And there's no sanitation, people urinating, defecating in the streets. It's disgusting overall. And then another big problem is there are people in the police system in Seattle that have done 20 years, 25 years in prison. There are a number of these people. They came from California and other places, and the police in Seattle have left it go unchecked. It takes me right back to why Kurt Cobain's murder by Courtney Love was never figured out by the Seattle police, because their dumbing down had happened while Kurt was still alive. Word to Jesus. Nonetheless, and we know you killed him, Courtney. Nonetheless, Seattle is a test case, so you got to have repercussions. You've got to have consequences. If you live on the street today and you can get a place to live tomorrow, that's good. But if you live on the street for a week or two and can get a place, that's good. But if you live on the street and don't think you're ever going to get a place, we're in trouble. You're in trouble. We're all in trouble. So what is the mindset of these governments? Well, if you look at the city council in Seattle, their mindset is not rational. It's okay that people are shitting in the streets and pissing on a pole and hope lightning don't strike twice and give me that heroin needle. Oh shit, there's coke in there. I'm either ODing or really running. What's going on? How's it work? Well, you should never let it get this bad. When people become homeless, you should help them get a shelter right away. If shelters aren't enough, you expand them as it's happening. This is a rational problem. California has a lot of unrational problems too. Portland, Oregon. Go to the East Coast. Look at Rhode Island and New Hampshire and Massachusetts. Even Maine, as beautiful as it is. The problem of homelessness in the Northeast is huge. Huge in the West. And in the middle, well, we got a riot going on right now. And there's this virus keeping everybody locked in their house, I guess. I just like to say this again. Thank God for women and bikinis. Victoria's Secrets is awesome too. But I hope you all have a good day. Think about something positive like barbecue. What's going to happen? Well, it's been set into play a long time ago, 10, 15 years or more, when homelessness became accepted. And now it's accelerated, and law enforcement has been asked to stand back, just like they have on these riots, without any sort of law, without any rule of law. It doesn't take John Locke, the British philosopher, to tell you. In life, you got to have rules, you got to have consequences. We have to want to get along with each other so we can have what peace we get out of living in a crazy world and a wheel of a machine that cranks on forever, on through the night, steaming off into the distance like a friggin' ghost ship. I hope y'all have a good day. Peace out.